Hello, hello! Hi! I am here, and it's Wednesday, so yeah, it's Wednesday. And you're watching, huh? Thank you. Um, yeah, hey, this is Ryako. I've given you a look today. It's blue lipstick, silvery top, and I don't know, kind of princess gothy. I don't know. I don't know. I just do you know what it's like? When you wake up and you're like you look in the mirror and you're like, "Oh my god, I look like shit." Like I look like shit and I am like a big pile of crap. And then it's like, "Okay, all right." So normally like if I feel like a big pile of crap, I will look at whatever no never happened says array of emotions. Yeah, all right, whatever. Yeah, okay, everybody knows you wake up looking like, fresh as a daisy and like a fucking Disney prince. Okay, so get the fuck out. Okay. No, I wake up and I think, sometimes I'm just like, wow, I'm a big pile of crap. And I go, okay, in order to cheer myself up, I'm gonna put on some like makeup that I never normally, I don't normally go this hard. And I don't normally do my hair at all. And I don't normally like wear cool shirts. Like yeah, so I don't know. I'm just like dressing up today cuz I can't go the fuck out cuz I want to get the fuck out of the house and I can't because one, it's quarantine, and two, um I don't know, it feels weird. I can't like rock up to the grocery store in this fucking outfit. I mean, if I do, then it's like, oh, that's gonna get some looks. And it's like, do I want to chance it? Like, people are already afraid of the plague. Who knows? They might chase me out of the city with some pitchforks or something. Anyway, so yeah, there, you get a look today. Tonight, I hope you guys are doing well. I have been working really, really hard on this Metropolis score. And like really I was working on it like up to the minute, like, and that's why I forgot to start the little streaming thing a little bit earlier because I'm like, oh shit, it's like, oh fuck, what time is it? Oh crap, I gotta start now. Ugh. And so that's what I do. I will work really long. I'll just work for a long ass time, and then I'll forget that time has passed or that I need to drink water or eat food. And it's terrible. I know. Noirshire says, I just put on my Godzilla onesie. You have a Godzilla onesie? Get the fuck out of here. That's awesome. That's a great idea. I want to be a dinosaur monster kaiju thing. Ooh. Wills Robin says, oh, you can. It is not always bad to stand out. Oh, in reference to going to the grocery store looking like this. Yeah. I know. Like, I don't, like, I have to go back to that store. That's like the small store in my city. That's the store I go to on the reg. And I don't know, I don't want to scare them. I think I already scare them enough just by my weirdness and sometimes like delighting and gasping at lemons or something that look really nice. Oh god. Array of Emotion says, at Noirshire, that sounds fabulous. The Godzilla onesie. Yeah. Noirshire says, and stomp around the house growling. And she says it is. And I'm like, oh, yes. That's awesome. I'm here for it. Headfirst Only says, someone on FOM years ago did a song called Goths at the Mall, so shopping in dark makeup is done. Yeah. It was fuzzy. It was fuzzy because fuzzy, yeah. Headfirst Only says it was fuzzy. A fuzzy on FOM, who Headfirst Only says is weird. So, yeah, like, you're weird if the weird person calls you weird. And the reason why I'm pointing that out that right now is because, Headfirst Only and we did a song called, Birkenkirk in Outer Space. And, it's like a kind of a joke on how Birk, like the Icelandic singer Birk and, Captain Kirk, rhyme. And so we did a whole thing. Mike Tango Charlie, hello. I don't know who you are, but welcome. Gasping at Lemons is a cool title for an album. Shit. Yeah. Gasping at Lemons. Because I do gasp at lemons. It's sad. I get really excited when I see like really fresh, like perfect lemons. And I'm like, oh my god, you're beautiful. You're so beautiful. And I don't know. I think it's just the cheery yellow color mixed with that lovely lemon smell, lemony freshness. And like the thought of maybe this could become lemon bars. Or maybe even if it's just like, I don't know, some kind of muffin or cake or something. Okay, stop. Norshire says, everyone needs one, in reference to the Godzilla onesie, in which I will, to which I will reply, yes, I would love one. I have a Totoro one. The problem with onesies is that, like, if you're a person with a small bladder and you gotta, like, go to the toilet and you're just like, fuck. It's like, do you undress? I know there's a zip in the back, but that's just, like, weird, yo. It's like, oh, I'm gonna zip it. It's me, your London correspondent, says Mike Tango Charlie. Okay. Is it? I'm sorry. I am not here today. Like, right now, I am not here. Like, mentally. I'm somewhere else. I have been working a lot, and unfortunately, the byproduct of that is, like, this kind of, like, this sort of, like, tired stupidity. And you might be thinking, that's like every week, girl, when you stream, right? And I'm like, no, actually, no, right now, I'm just, like, not here. I am not here. Okay. But you're here, and I am glad to have you. God damn it. I am glad to have you here. Okay, let's see. Headfirst Only says, I've been making my way through the Criterion Collection box set recently, and that would be perfect viewing apparel. Yes! Think of someone you got an email from recently. Shit. I am the worst. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to look at my emails, because Jesus Christ. It like, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm shit. I'm so shit. Okay, just tell me I'm shit, alright? It's cool. It's cool. Alright, yeah. Cool. Anyway, so forgive my stupidity tonight. Just forgive it, alright? It's that time of the month, alright? And I gotta tell you, that shit, it wrecks your fucking body. It wrecks your brain. And you turn into, like, this sad, chocolate craving person with, like, yeah, like somebody took a Brillo pad and scraped your fucking brain, and it's like there's nothing left. There's nothing left in my brain. Okay, cool. Hi, how are you guys doing? Better? Yeah. Oh, Mike Tango Charlie, it's you, Nick! Fucking shit. Fucking fuckity fuck. Why didn't you fucking say it's me fucking Nick? Okay, I'm so sorry. When I get, like, frustrated, I just kind of, start saying, like, F words, and then it just becomes a thing, and I'm real sorry. Hey, Nick! Mike Tango Charlie is my friend Nick, and Nick lives in London, and he's awesome. And we talk about a lot of random ass shit. And, yeah, we're both weird. And he was in my Starfleet Boys video with Headfirst Only and Array of Emotions. So that all three of these gentlemen were in my Starfleet Boys video. They totally, they did it. They did it, and they were nice, and it was great. They rocked it. They Star Trekked really fucking hard, and I am very grateful for that. So, Nick, you should probably know that Chris Harris is here. Yes. That David's also here. And Noirjar or Belinda. And, like, yeah, we get the Wigber crowd sometimes, and it's fantastic. Headfirst Only says, there is considerably less of me now than there was back then. Aw, now I gotta play the video. Oh Oh I should probably play the video. Oh fuck. Okay, let me go find it. I I'm gonna have to like fucking play it on goddamn motherfucking YouTube. Sorry. I'm really cursing today. Shit. Stop. Fuck. Damn it. God damn it. Stop cursing. God. Yeah, I'm not very ladylike enough. My mom will be really disappointed. She's probably already disappointed. Let's just be fair. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I need to find it on my YouTubes because I am not going to go on a treasure hunt on my computer because I already have things like opened up and shit and yeah, it's like it's a mess. And my computer's old, so it's a goddamn mess. Like a real big one. Oh my god. Why do I watch such crap? Sometimes I'm like amazed at how much crap I watch. Like I don't know how many DIY balayage like tutorials I could see, but alright, hold up. Come on. Hold up. Boom. Alright, I'm gonna switch it to display mode so you can like feel the love. Boom. Don't suck. Oh yeah. I actually do have an inhaler.
I get so hot, my man in uniform. Can't help but make me warm. She's go blushing, blood start rushing. Every time I see that form, slick hair, slick style. Oh my god, I think smart with 4 pips on the collar. The captain drives me wild. Get out your faces and set them all stunning. London boys from softly set my
Shit. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? Hey computer. Uh-oh. Oh no. What? Oh no, it's buffering. Are you fucking joking? Okay, it's fucking buffering. I was getting into this and now it's like, nah, I'm gonna buffer. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, alright. Oh my god. Okay, head first only, you and I have lost a lot of weight. Jesus fucking Christ. God, I want to be drunk right now.
hobby running. Get out your tricorders, you're so fine it hurts me. Try told me to sit big. I just might need surgery. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. Love them big ships, galaxy class, make me wanna shake my ass. Quarter impulse warp drive, baby make me come alive. Stop me, I wanna cling on, this cling on, but I melt things on. Sing battle songs, drink blood wine, then we're gonna get it on. Get out your faces and set them all stunning. London boys from softly set my hobby running. Get out your tricorders, you're so fine it hurts me. Try told me to sit big. I just might need surgery. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. Let you boldly go where you never been before. I'll shut my systems down, let you see my war core. Don't need a universal translator to understand the layer. I just wanna get down on a holodeck floor. Get out your faces and set them all stunning. London boys from softly set my hobby running. Get out your tricorders, you're so fine it hurts me. Try told me to sit big. I just might need surgery. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. I like the boys in the black, in the blue, in the black, in the gold, in the black, in the red. With some tea.
Now you're like, okay. I'm looking at the comments. At first only says, good God, I was fat. And I'm like, good God. I was also fatter. I would like to be a little bit thinner, but I mean, I can safely say that we've leaned out pretty well. Headfirst only and I have leaned out a bit. God. Marshall says, I was just showing you off at the nurses at dialysis. They are dancing to your yeah. Awesome. Yeah. You still have one of those tribbles, Headfirst only? I have a bunch of them. And Mr. Pickles likes finding them and ripping them up with his fucking like his paws and doing that thing that, you know, cats do. Yeah. Mike Tango Charlie says, my one regret is that I didn't wear the sunglasses through the whole video. You should have worn the fucking sunglasses the whole video. That would have been brilliant. It's okay. You know what? When COVID-19 settles the fuck down, and it's not so awful and I can film another video, then yeah. Because right now I can't film a video, and there's a place that I need to I'm planning on the Full of Stars video, but I've got to prep so much shit. I've got to make a helmet, and I'm gonna do it. It's just that the place that has the stuff and the tools and everything available, I don't know if it's open, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a fucking long ass walk from my house. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna do this, but I need to get on it. I have so many projects. Why do I give myself so much fucking work? Yeah. Headfirst only says, yeah, I'm 40 pounds lighter than I was then. Yeah. That's amazing. I can't believe Headfirst only lost 40 pounds. Good God. Yeah. Way to go us for slimming down and getting cheekbones and shit. Mike Dango Charlie says, I still have that uniform in the closet next to my jackets and suits and my alien crew overalls. You have alien crew overalls? That's awesome. I think you should, just because of that now, you need to get an orange stripy cat and then rescue it. That's cool. Oh my God, I want alien crew overalls. Yes. Marsha says, now they're walking around singing your lyrics. Oh, thank you. That's so cute. You're at dialysis. And it's yeah, they're jamming. That's kind of awesome. Headfirst only says, I still want a Ghostbusters outfit. That is the coveted outfit, isn't it? That would be lovely. If you and your friends, they all dress up as Ghostbusters, and you're and then one person's Slimer, and then one person's the Stay Puffed Marshmallow. That's pretty cool. We should do that one day, and then have a party. I should throw a party. Oh, I would be so good at that. I'm so good at throwing parties. Yes. I once threw a murder mystery party in the US, and it was really good. Really good. And I really miss parties. God damn it, stop complaining. All right. It was for the movie Alien Resurrection. Mike Tangle Charlie says, okay, it's the jumpsuit from Alien Resurrection. Is that the one where she throws the basketball and she fucking makes it? Yeah? Because Sigourney Weaver, I remember watching a behind the scenes thing, and she threw a basketball into the hoop. She threw it backwards, and it fucking went in, and it was legit. It was legit, and I was just girl, damn girl, you got this. You got this. And yeah, I can only hope to be that cool, but alas, I have zero basketball skills, and I am generally horrible at sports. Headfirst only said, Perlman lost his shit. I bet he did. I bet he was doing that guy thing. You know the guy sound when things happen, it's somebody impresses him, they're whatever that is. It's kind of like not quite a holler, not quite a scream. I don't know. Anyway, tonight I will be sharing more Metropolis. Yeah, because we're getting to the point. Okay. Mike Tingle Charlie says, friend and me dressed up with cheap ass boiler suits and Wayland Yutani stickers. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm here for it. I am here for it. I want to do this. God, I want to go to a party. I might get massively just wasted during Halloween while wearing a cool ass outfit. Yeah, well, remember? Oh, I need a throw party. That's it. God damn it. Maybe when all this shit's over, it'll be like the, yay, we didn't get sick party. And then, like, somebody gets sick, and then, yeah, that's the irony. Anyway, Mike Dingle Charlie says, we looked like the cleanup team that would have been sent in to clean up after an alien infestation. Yeah. Nice. Like, with, like, possibly, like, fire. Anyway, so Metropolis. Right. So you know that I've been working on Metropolis. I've been working on my scoring because I originally started Metropolis, the Metropolis scoring project, because I didn't know how to score. And I thought, hey, why don't I just learn by doing a silent movie? Because like silent movies, yeah, they, you know, they're silent. So let me just add something. And you know, like everybody and their mom has done like a Metropolis score, but like not me. And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll do this. I'll start fucking quarantine, with a project, a project like this, because I've always wanted to learn, and I didn't quite know what I was doing, and I still sometimes I'm just like, no, Jesus Christ. And it's mostly like it's just like a thing I want to just do because I love this film so much, and I want to do it justice. And I remember the first time I saw it, and I was like, this score is so boring, and I can't remember who. It was like a DVD that I had gotten in a library once, like I had borrowed it or something, and I was like, this score, I feel like we need something a little bit more engaging. And so I decided that I was going to score, but I was going to do something that was a little bit more engaging and a little bit, you know, like a little more modern, and something that would fuse the kind of classic orchestral sound with like modern, more electronic sounds, because I've listened to scores that are like all electronic, and it's just like, you know, it's just like, it's almost a little too much, you know. And then all orchestral, it's like, it's okay, but again, it's just like, I think that I should just fuck everything up and mash up the genres. So Honora Shire says, we should have a hollow Zoom party. Fuck yeah, we should have a hollow Zoom party. We should arrange something. Yeah, we gotta figure this out. We will do a hollow Zoom party. I will wear an outfit of interestingness. I'm not sure what it is. I've got a lot of costumes. Yeah. If I'm feeling fat, I'm gonna wear a Star Trek costume. If I'm feeling thin, I might dress up as Lilu from Fifth Element. So it's like, pick one. I don't know. First time I saw it was with random color filters and songs from Queen slapped over it. Yeah. That's what Mike Kingo Charlie says in the chat. Yeah, that was like the Giorgio Moroder version, right? Yeah, I'm gonna not, yeah. How about like, here, let me just like open up this little MP4 file. Okay. So like the whole like goal for me is to really just do a fucking good job. Do a good job, possibly get a job, a scoring job, a real one, like that pays actual rubles or money, because God knows we need money, right? I'm gonna switch you over to my display thing, and or actually, let me talk about where we are right now. So, last time I played for you, the scene. It was Frieder, like, trying to find Maria. So Maria was kidnapped, okay? She was kidnapped by Rotfang. And Rotfang's like, hey, I need your face. And I need you to basically, like, I need your face for my fucking, like, robot lady, because I'm gonna make her look like you and then, like, you know, disillusion everybody and make them think that you're actually not worth listening to. Yeah. I think he's like gonna totally, like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make this robot look like you, and then I'm gonna use this robot to, like, slut shame you and all your, like, and everything you are, and all these people's belief in you, you know, all of that belief that the workers have in you. I'm just gonna fuck it up. Okay, so let me switch you over to display. Hold up. All right. Okay, so let's see. Where were we? All right. So it started off. I think we were in the church, and I played that part for you. I think I played some of this stuff for you. Right now, yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to start. Where I should start from. Probably. I rendered it, by the way. I rendered it, but I have to kind of give you a warning that, like, the next the newest stuff I haven't really, like, mixed super well, but I really like it, and I think it's great. Maybe I should just, I don't know, maybe I should just go through, like, I don't know. Should I just play the whole thing? Does anybody want to sit and watch, like, from the beginning of the church scene? Where do you want me to start? So it's like, I don't know. Any like suggestions are helpful. And if you want me to start a little bit later, I can. That's good. You want me to start from the church scene? All right. Okay. All right. I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to kind of work you up to where I'm at. Yeah. See, Headfirst only says, let's see the spooky statues again. Fuck yeah. All right. You gonna get it now. All right. Okay, here's a new part. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, so I finally got to show you the whole thing. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Shit. What do I say on this? Okay, there's like so much I want to unpack here. Because yeah, I'm playing it for you, by the way, if you don't I have like an older computer and it's like really struggling, so I have to like render the music and then like tack it onto the movie and then like render that. So I have to do that in order for everything to sort of play back a bit more smoothly. And I'm just like, okay, all right, I gotta do it because I don't want you to miss a lot of the details because I do a lot of things that are I do a lot of things that are like according to like where like there's a part here where the heart's beating and I do a beats according to the heartbeats that are in there because I actually like pay attention and then I do it like sync it. Okay, yeah. There's so much I want to say. I gotta like gather my thoughts. Hi, big old Dave, dude. Thanks for joining. Headfirst only says, "What I've always wondered is why the Mensch machine has more eyeshadow than Maria does. Because you need to figure out which one is evil. The evil one is the one that wears a lot of makeup. The good one is the one who doesn't. And that's how it works, man. In like movies, it's usually the woman like who is like the bad woman or like the evil person wears like a bit more makeup. And I think it's because like women who certainly back then women who wore a lot of makeup were like kind of like prosies. They were like prostitutes. And like so you would just kind of like they would instantly be like whores and it was a way to sort of demonize women. And yeah. First only says the droopy eyelid thing isn't enough of a giveaway. Yeah, I know, right? The weird dude. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that. I scored that bitch. Yeah. Because I got the rest of the whole section for you. Don't worry. I just wanted to go over some of this stuff and to like tell you what I was like doing and what I was going through. The painted Jezebel, says Mike Tango Charlie. Exactly. And you'll see that like that sort of trope is like it's very present in like a lot of like it's very much in like older movies. It's always like the woman who wears a little bit more makeup, or you know, like or has like slightly like upturned eyes, like mine, because I'm evil. I am evil. Probably I am like kind of gothing out today, but anyway, whatever. Okay. Head First Only says excellent. You know, Head First Only. You know, I know. You know what's going on. All right. So we're both fans of this. We know what's going on. We know what's happening. All right. Okay. So here's the shit. Here's what's going on. Here's the shit. All right. So, sorry. So for any of you who don't know, my goal for making Metropolis, for scoring this, 1 was to teach myself, 2 was to give me a focus and a project during quarantine, and also to like breathe new life into this, because often I feel like old movies are overlooked, especially like old silent ones. But I think old movies in general are a bit more overlooked than they ought to be. Like, suddenly when something's old, it doesn't have value because it doesn't have like the fanciest CGI or like, you know, fucking Hans Zimmer on that shit. And it's like what? That's crazy. To me, that's crazy. I think that there's so much value in a lot of older innovative stuff. There's a lot to learn, and yeah, that stuff might be like old now and like laughably like, oh look, we know that's just a fucking neon light, but shit, back then that was brilliant. And now it's like if somebody has like a lab like that, we won't believe it, obviously. But I think that a lot of stuff gets overlooked with older films. And what I wanted to do was make this sort of like appeal more and connect more with like the people watching it. Because when it's a silent film, it's really, really reliant on the music to keep you engaged. I mean, obviously the visuals are a big part, but the music, because this is a long film, the music has to keep you engaged. And I find that like I have to switch it up. Like I switch it up a lot. So I wanted to like merge the things that I loved, which is like orchestral music. I love orchestral music, but I also I love beats, and I love like, you know, I make nerdcore music. I do like hip hop and electronica and stuff. And so it's like, for me, merging these two is like, it's what I do normally. So I figured for this, I'm going to do the same thing, you know? So, and kind of modernize it so that when you're watching it, it'll feel like, I don't know, it'll just feel new again. And I like that feeling. And I like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna like catch up on the chat. Array of Emotion says fluorescent tubes were probably really high tech back then. They were mind blowing. Like, we have a light inside a tube and it's glowy. Yeah, shit. I mean, people are already just impressed with electricity, you know? They're like, ooh, a lamp. You throw a fluorescent tube at them, they're just like, oh, holy shit, this is black magic. What kind of sorcery is this? And Norshar says, I prefer the old versions most of the times. Yeah, you know, I do too. but I feel like this version, certainly this version of Metropolis, is closer to what I think the original vision was. And I don't like that kind of, that constant people who constantly, it's redone again, re-edited, recut again. It's like, no, I want, I know that a lot of films had to be cut down for people viewing it in the cinema, and so they had to keep it a certain a certain amount, a certain length of time. And I know that when you put something out like this, it's like it's really long normally, and this isn't even the whole thing, but this is like the most complete version of it, which is why I wanted to score it and give it something that was a little bit fresher, a little bit like really change it up. And, like, let me just fuck with this. Mike Tango Charlie says, music is half the picture. Yeah, music makes a huge difference in how you interpret the visuals, So I play, like, here, I'll show you. So, the Thin Man, okay, the Thin Man scene stuff. That's all. The Thin Man's, I give basically everyone either a motif, like a musical motif, or I give them an instrument that sounds like them. And the Thin Man, this henchman, he's always he's known for that weird sort of like kind of guitar-y the banjo-y sound, which is this. And he's like a really menacing character, so I gave him this sort of like really like slightly distorted, like low kind of sound. Like he's not a nice guy, all right? And you can tell he's not a nice guy. Like look at his fucking face. That's a face of a demon. It's a great face. Okay, so the reason why, like, there's this whole scene, like the way this was moving, it was pretty fast. And there's this whole scene where Thin Man comes to visit, and this character Yosefat, he's just like totally like pretend, he's totally like playing it up. Mike Dingle Charlie says he just misunderstood. Sure, yeah, I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding that he's sending a guy back to the machine pits. Yeah, misunderstood. So there's this whole play, this whole play between the character Yosefat, who's the guy on the right, and the Thin Man, who's obviously the guy on the left, who looks menacing and scary. And the way I do the scene, it's like I slow it down because, like, here, I'm gonna play it for you again, and then I'm gonna show you what I did. All right. So he's walking to the apartment. And he knows what's up. Bitch knows what's up. And he's trying to play it off. Like, Yosefat's trying to play it off like, like whatevs, He doesn't know who I am. It's nothing, Like, I don't know. Shrug. Who dat? So he's like polite. He's like, you want some cigars? How about or something? How about a cigar? And he's like, it's cool. I brought my own smokes. And then it's like, uh-oh, you've been found out. Oof. Look at that. And yeah, and so that little like piece of paper, that was the piece of paper that Frieder gave to the character of Georgie, who was like, who decided to like go to Yoshiwara instead of actually like going to the apartment. Because this is the apartment and the address of the apartment. And it's like, he's like, whatever. Hey, Wobby, what's you showing up? I'm playing the score. I'm showing stuff. I'm explaining things. How you doing? Yeah. So yeah, in this scene, it's all about like it's kind of funny. It's sort of like if you've ever like had to kind of like have a back and forth with somebody and you're trying to suss out like what they're really saying. You know, like if you've ever had that kind of moment, usually it was like in my family, it was like my mom trying to suss out. That was I'm gonna say it, okay? All right, I'm just gonna actually say it out loud. All right, here's a story. Story time, kids. All right. So there was a time where like, and this was when I was younger, where my mom was trying to suss out if I was still a virgin. Because my mom is super Catholic, okay? And she raised me pretty Catholic, but you know, obviously I rebelled and I'm crazy. So that happened. And my mom was trying to suss out if I was still a virgin. But she did it in like a weird sort of like you know, like the oh kind of way, like didn't directly ask me. It was just like, you know, just sort of like leading questions, you know, but like really like subtle, you know, like not offensive, just like little subtle things. And so I feel like that's kind of like the back and forth of the Thin Man and Josephat. Sort of like, kind of like, I kind of know something's up, but I'm kind of not, you know, it's like, I don't want to directly just like throw this at you. I'm going to play with you a little first and I'm going to fuck with your head. And that's what he does. That's what the Thin Man does here. And he really messes with the character Josephat. And of course, Josephat's like, oh crap, what do I do? And Josephat as a character, he was a really like, if you saw him in the beginning of the film, and you probably remember like that if you have been following along with the music, then you know that I did this whole section where it's like a hip hop section and it's like money, power, and I do this whole thing and it's like it's awesome. I think it's awesome. But there's this whole part where it's like Josephat sort of becomes emboldened and is like suddenly he's you know, instead of backing down, which I think he normally would, instead of like just freaking out and being scared, he actually got angry and he actually like, you know, showed some cojones, you know? And it was great because I was just like, damn. So he does this thing where he like gets all up in his grill, like, up in your grill. Yeah. Uh-oh. And this is a Thin Man. Thin Man's playing with him. Look at that. He's like, I'm trying to be all slick. He's enjoying this. Yeah, look at him. He's smiling and like in a really evil way. Okay, so that, you know that little piano motif, that dun 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 dun, that's a callback to Josephat's theme when Frieder stopped him from killing himself, from committing suicide in the hallway because he lost his job. Okay, so there's a lot. I do a lot of callbacks. I do a lot of like sort of. I take the themes. I take, you know, I try to incorporate like the older stuff that, you know, I use to first establish a character. I try to bring it back so that you remember that character again. Like, this is the character. And so that's why everybody has like their own sort of distinctive thing. And for Josephat, it was that sort of like dun 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 dun. It's that kind of that sort of slow sort of piano note thing. And that's like his thing. That's his sound. And whenever I use that, it's kind of like Josephat was really, certainly before, he was a lot more timid and afraid, and now he's become like super strong, and he's like, I'm gonna slap you in the face with money. Don't throw me some money. I'm gonna slap you in the face with it. And I put some horns in here to kind of show his like I made the music sort of go a little bit more like a little bit more positive just for like a second, because I wanted to convey that it was like Yosafat was finally kind of standing up to the man, to the power, to the whatever. He was finally kind of growing more confident in his own abilities and in his own like integrity. My thing of Charlie says radicalized. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. So if you listen, it's like he does it, the music kind of goes from being like really dark, hold on, and then it makes a turn to like something to like a little bit more positive. So I'm gonna play this part over for you again. Hold on. Okay, and he's playing with him. And then it's dark. I'm gonna lower down the music a little. So it's dark here, and then there's a hint of like something growing inside him, like a confidence. It's like some kind of resolve. So you can hear it's just ever so slightly. I add those like major elements in there, just like a little bit here. Okay, and then it kind of transitions into that. And here you see like Yosafat's like, nah, bitch, nah. We're not gonna, I'm not doing anything. I'm not turning anybody in. Array of Emotion says Yosafat doesn't want to be bullied anymore. Exactly. Slap him in the face with the money! Headfirst Only says his body language is completely different to how it was in the office. Exactly. I totally agree. It was. It's definitely different. He's just like gestures. So I started a little slower, and then it picks up. Because this is when, yeah, Yosafat makes his move. Okay, so now I hope that like I'm kind of trying to explain what was happening in my mind. So the reason why I chose like electronic sounds is to kind of these beats, they sort of make things move quickly. All right, so these are large sections. These sections of like some of this stuff, they're actually quite large compared to some others. And so when I have a section that is large, usually and one with some action, I try to include like things that are like a bit like some more beats, things that move a little bit more quickly or are a little bit like they're harder things, because it sort of gets you through it. It makes you feel like you're part of the action, and I like that sort of thing. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. Headfirst Only says, but in the face of the thin man's physical presence and refusal to comply, he's still without power. Exactly. So Yosafat's a smaller guy. He's a shorter guy, and he's being wrestled down, and he's being like just sort of out wrestled. And so Yosafat's standing up to the Thin Man, and it's like he tries to put up a fight, and unfortunately it doesn't end very well. So, in the end, it's like he's like, nah, I'll see you in like fucking 3 hours, asshole. Yeah, kind of like that. So Gunner Zero Recall. Hey, what's up, Gunner Zero Recall? I am highly disappointed in the lack of yelling in this chat, Gunner Zero Recall says. That's because I'm yelling in real life. Okay. So we get that scene. We get the scene, and then you get the, I will call for you in 3 hours. It's not like, be ready in 3 hours. It's like, I'm gonna call for you in 3 hours. You better be here. Like, I'm gonna have you. You better show up to this shit. And so you've got that section, and then you've got, Maria, and she's like trapped in this house. Bitch, you gon' get it in 3 hours, Gunner Zero Recall says. Exactly. Like, you're gonna get it. We're gonna give it to you. It's gonna be scary. And you better show up. And so then it goes into this section. And I use a kind of an odd combination of things. I know, it's like sort of like kind of like electronic sort of beats, like sort of dubsteppy beats mixed with these sort of marching drums mixed with when I throw like really like low timpanis in there, because like that's how I roll. And I throw in like, violins and stuff. So all right. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take your face. Give me your face. It's like Face Off, except it's not John Travolta and Nick Cage. It's scary still scary. Instead of improbable plastic surgery. Oh god, I love that. I don't know why I still like that movie. Oh god, that whole scene where he's like, I'm gonna like with your face off, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe they gave you that line. Robin says, oh no, I accidentally pressed caps lock. People are back. Hey, it happens to many people, not me though. I remapped that key. So yeah, you scienced it. It's fine. It's a joke. It's Gunner Zero Recall's thing. He like types in all caps and we all laugh because it's like an old person yelling, and it's all good. Mike Tango Charlie says it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. Exactly. I've seen that movie like way too many times for my own. I you know what, I'm gonna work on my Jodie Foster impression, because I can do a good Bjork one, but I gotta learn how to do a Jodie Foster. Okay, so I remember I played this for you last time as well, and it's the scene where it's like, okay, I'm gonna play some parts for you, because I wanna kind of emphasize. I'm gonna point out some things, okay? Robin says, yeah, my message is meant as a joke too, although I did remap my caps lock. Good job. It's okay. All right. So okay, so it's like traditional orchestral. Okay, so I do a lot of back and forth with like orchestral sounds, electronic. Okay, you hear that kind of, these kicks, I use a lot of like this kind of dun, and it's supposed to be like him knocking on doors. Yeah, it's like bum 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 bum. Yeah, see? So he like does this a lot. Yeah. So that's why I do that sound. It's like I throw a lot of like kind of like slightly harder beats in there because to me it's like sort of like it's like smack like hitting your fists against the door. That's kind of what it reminded me of. So I was like, I'll use a beat like this. And so I know it's again mixing it with like, you know, those like sort of like marching drum things. It sounds a little like nuts, but it's like I really like that kind of thing. I love merging instruments like that and sort of making something that's this odd combination because it's not what you expect, but it works. I think it really works. It gives the melodrama, you know, the orchestral stuff gives a melodrama, but like the electronic stuff, it keeps it moving and it keeps kind of like pumping. And it's like you get the best of both worlds. You really do. And yeah. In the chat, chatting up. Oh yeah. But it's all the jokes about like Gunner Zero Recall using all caps. All the caps. Gunner Zero Recall says, also sorry I'm late today. No worries. Work has been crazy. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm just glad that you showed up. And I'm glad that you're here for the next parts. Because the next parts get so good. Yeah. Headfirst only says electronic stuff also brings it up to date. Yes, thank you. It does. And it gives you that extra. It's in, you know how like modern scores sort of they engage you with like, you know, those sounds with sounds like that sometimes. It's like that. So hopefully like anybody who loves orchestral stuff, you're gonna like the orchestral elements. And for the people who don't normally like orchestral stuff, they'll latch on more to the electronic stuff. And if you I maybe like you won't, you know, you'll get people who have different tastes in music, but we'll both enjoy this, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, so spiral. Mike Tingle Charlie says, I want the spiral neon wall lights. Everybody wants the spiral neon wall lights, okay? Everybody wants that. This is like an obvious thing. Everybody wants the neon. Because if we don't know anything about Frotfang, it's that he likes his neon. Okay, so I took you through that. He's all like, you know, doing the thing. I do the callback to the with his theme. And all right, and he's like, no. Okay. And so with this scene, I felt this is like one of my favorite scenes, but it's not this scene that's my favorite. It's the one that's like two after this. And I have to tell you that like with the newer stuff, the stuff that comes after like when the, you know, machine mensch person has her face, the stuff after that I did not mix very well. I kind of did it today and yesterday, and I was really working on it, and I've been like really trying to get further so I could show you stuff that was like right up to date. So understand that it's not super finished, like polished, but I always play stuff that's a little bit more polished for you, and I guess I'll just give you the slightly less polished but cool version as well, because I have these ideas. When I'm doing this score, I like to insert a lot of like I like to insert bits of human voice in there, because I think that because it's a silent film, there's no dialogue, and since there's no dialogue, then I think it makes it a little bit harder to engage with, because people are kind of expecting dialogue. Like modern audiences, they like dialogue, and when you don't have that, I feel like you need something to sort of fill in that spot so people still stay engaged. So that's why during this whole film score so far, I've sung, I've added like, you know, words, I've done bits with like voices, and even at the end of this scene, you get the bits with the voices. This is actually, I'm gonna play something for you to like emphasize that. One. Actually, let me just play this whole thing for you. The whole, the Maria bit. Okay. And I'll explain stuff while I'm playing it, and I'm just gonna, Mike Dingle Charlie says, by unpolished, do you mean 8-bit? No. By unpolished, I mean it doesn't sound as perfectly finished as I would normally try to make it sound. And I haven't had time to do all the mixing stuff because I've just been trying to compose as fast as possible so I can get this to you. Because it actually, this shit takes a lot of time. And I've been working really fucking hard. Like, and it takes so much time because I try to, it's not just doing songs and then sticking them together. It's doing songs and doing transitions. And you have to transition, and sometimes things aren't in the same key, so you have to do some different kinds of key changes, and you have to do like some shit because like the tempo change is way different, and so it requires like a lot of like little bits of like tweaking and shit like that, and you've heard so far you've heard stuff that's a bit more polished. But let me play this next scene for you, and I'm going to like lower down the music so I can actually tell you what's happening in my what I was doing. Okay? So give me a second. All right. So to me, I threw a lot of electronic sounds because that's what this whole thing is. This is science. It's the future. It's Rotfang, and Rotfang is the most future of them all. Strangely enough, like his workshop is amazing. So you get the little like, you get the arps. You get the synths. And then I insert an organic sound. And that's a string. So it's organic. And that's the heart. So I put the heart in there because to me this is a moment of awe and wonder, of technology, of science. And it is something to behold. It is something to be amazed at. So you feel you had this moment of awe, and then it gets dark. That sound, that's a callback to the other theme, to his theme. And that's actually a vocoder with my voice. And it does I automate the dry wet. And so I took it from the wet and I took it down to drier, to completely dry. And that's just my voice now. Because she becomes real. She takes on the image. So she goes from like robot looking to like human looking. And so I wanted the music to reflect that. And so my voice, my vocals here, I sing the theme, the ooh, and that's Rotwang's theme from when we first get to see him, when he's first introduced to us, and he's talking about Hel, the woman he was in love with. He's talking about how for him she's still alive, and it's like, and how he's, he was betrayed by Yo, his the Frieder's dad. And so for him, that's like there's so much pain for him. It's like everyone has their own like motivation. You know, what is the thing that they want? What is the thing that happened to them, and what do they want to do, which will help them, or you know, to fulfill that need or desire or whatever it is. And so for Rotwang, making this machine mensch, making this like robot lady, it's like he's been working on it for a while, for a damn long time, and he spent he lost his hand working, trying to make her, because he just, you know, I don't know what kind of accident he had, but he lost a hand, and now he has he built himself a robotic hand, which is amazing. But if you think about it, it's like he's bringing to life something. This has never existed before. Like, this is, there's this, I make it sound like almost like kind of beautiful. There's like a sort of a dark kind of beauty to it. And I try to do that because this is a beautiful moment. Like, the whole, like, creating a life, infusing a robot body with life and with this kind of face, you know, that is the work of the divine. That makes this guy who made her, he is a god. And there's a moment where it's just, he's so obsessed, but he's also like, he needs this, he loves this. This is his creation, it is his work, and like literally personified. And that's why I made it like that. That's why I you know, I could have made it like just like scary, like only electronic, but I had to include that you know, these strings, because I throw the strings in there, and they're like, there are 3 organic elements in this whole scene, or rather musical elements. There's my voice, and then there are two strings. And the reason why I do that is because if I just did electronic sounds, it would feel a little cold. There's a bit of a distance sometimes when you have only electronic sounds. I want to give this a humanity, and to give him a humanity, because he's not just a crazy guy. He's a man who's been hurt, who has motivations, who is, you know, he's a complex character. Like, everyone has their own like set of complexities, and just because he's doing this, he's considered a mad scientist. Just because he's doing this, it doesn't make him less human. He still has that pain in his heart from losing this woman, and I wanted to reflect that, because even though this is a moment when you of creation, of giving life, of a birth, and this is like a moment where you kind of hold your breath and you embrace it and you let it wash over you. And that's why I threw the organic stuff in there, because I think you needed that kind of, that sort of beauty from the strings. And so my voice, I threw my voice in there. I sync the heartbeats up, by the way. So all the heartbeats are synced. Everything is synced. So actually I had to tap it out. So when she changes, so there's a moment where she changes, and it's the face. So it goes from robot to like face. And so I do what I did, I sang his theme, that sad lost theme, and then I used a vocoder that was with like, it was synced up to like, it was like modified by externally by like a synth, and so I merged my voice with the synth, and it kind of it gradually sort of, my voice gradually comes out more and more and more because she becomes more and more human looking, and so that's why I did that. Mike Tango Charlie says, I did notice that. Thank you. I really tried here. Giving it the old college try, huh? Let's see, what time is that? Okay. So I'm gonna play the next bit for you. Because I know y'all want to see it. It's the fucking best. Sorry, it's not super polished. I'm gonna play it on here for you, and then I can show you what I did with it in Ableton Live, okay? So, here. So, there. Ooh.
and I brought down Babylon. I will consume your mind, body, soul till they're completely gone. I am the fearsome, beautiful, great destroyer of worlds, and you will love me, worship me above all of the gods. 'Cause I can tear you apart till there is no heart. Devour you all, you lost all control. I am the fearsome, beautiful, great destroyer of worlds. I'm gonna take you, and then I'll break you. I'm gonna take you, and then I'll break you. I'm gonna take you, and then I'll break you. I'm gonna take you, and then I'll break you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, what do you think? Boom. Boom goes the dynamite, right? Yeah, that's I recorded that today. I had like no time. And I had like no time, and I wrote that today too. Yeah. I just had no time. But I wanted to play that for you so badly because even though it's not super polished, it doesn't have all my finessing that I usually do. I love finessing. It's like that OCD component of my brain. I still wanted to share it with you because I thought it was really cool, and I think it's a really cool take on the on that dancing scene. So she does that. I love the dancing scene because it's like it's so raw, you know? And I made that today. I made like so much of that shit today. Like and I know it doesn't even seem like a lot of fucking work. It's like what, like 5 minutes? Not even. It's like it takes such a long time to score because you're trying to like line stuff up and you're trying to figure out like where, you know, this scene goes into what and how do I feel about this, and also what instruments am I using with this, and like let me see what you know, what works and what sounds I want to bring back, and so I do that. I yeah. Okay. Headfirst only says, "Awesome job, thank you." It's fucking long time. Noah says, "Wow, that was amazing. Thank you." Thanks. Yeah. Wabi says, "Wow, really good. You did loads, especially for how much you put into it." Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, it's my cat. Dude. Oh, Robin says, "I think I saw something move in the back. It's my cat." It's my cat. Are you eating? Don't eat my plant. He's eating. I think he's sticking his face in my plant. There. You can see. Hold on. There. Hey, buddy. Pickle. Pickle. What are you doing, pal? What are you doing? What? Okay. All right. Sorry. He's a little scamp. I love them. Yeah. 5 minutes to listen doesn't mean 5 minutes to make. Mike Tango Charlie says. Yes. Yeah. I know, Nick. It's like when you were talking about like the. Okay, so Nick totally like he helped with like on a gardening show. It was a gardening show, right? And it was like a 30-minute gardening show, but it took ages to shoot. Oh, there you are. Hi, Tab. Ah. And like anything, any kind of filming, anything, like it takes ages to shoot. And music, it takes like, maybe it's like a 3-minute song or something, but it takes ages to make. And it's because like you have to, at least I have to be super, super careful with a silent film, because I need to give it that kind of, I need to give it care. And I also need to gauge the emotion of it so that I can, how do I say this? Okay. So like when I make music, my process is not like, it's not like a normal process. Like a lot of people that, they go, oh, I start with drums, or I start with a cool bass line or whatever. And I'm like, well, if it's something I'm planning, it's like I start with the emotion, I start with the emotional aspect of it. I want to convey that emotion to you. And when I was making this last bit here, it was when I was watching that, this is what I see. I see this powerful like woman who like just is like, she's a fucking killer, like she's strong and powerful, and she can destroy you. And she's got, and these guys, these men, they're just like fucking begging for, like, they're like losing their shit, because she's so amazing. She's so sexy. She is unbridled, like sex, wild and untamed and raw, and every bad thing that you could possibly imagine. It's like, yes, she is temptation. She is everything like that. And in this film, it's very, there are a lot of biblical themes to it. It's like very biblical, like the whole like, Babylon thing. And she's like, she's a kind of, she is in Jo Friederson's eyes, she is like supposed to be used as a kind of tool to, to stop the masses of people like revolting, because to lose faith in their leader, or in their like kind of like the patron saint, who is Maria. But it's like she's got so much power, and she's just like, to me, it's like, I'm sorry, I know it sounds weird, but she's like this goddess, but not like a nice one, like an evil one, but I like it. And she's fucking hot, dude. Like, I was like, I'm feeling a little turned, you know what I'm saying? I love it. And I love that character. And I love that fucking dance she does. And yeah, Headfirst only mentioned that it's like, oh, she's stealing Josephine Baker's moves. Yeah. Girdle of bananas. Yeah, I know what's up. I know what you talking about. It's all right. Yeah, so I guess shit, what did I do? I guess I should yeah, I wrote that. And it's all about how she's the fearsome, beautiful, great destroyer of worlds. The destroyer of worlds. Like, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. So that's kind of like what I was channeling. I was like, I want a very powerful sort of destructive force, but beautiful and like frightening to behold, because she is so powerful. And I really love the idea of that. So that's why I did it like that. And that's why I gave her a voice. Because you know how I told you I insert like the human, I like to put in human voices here and there. And the last human voice I used was during her making, like when she transforms into like evil Maria. And I do vocal thing, like just a little bit. But for this, I wanted to, if you remember from last time when I did the scene, it was with the character Georgie who goes to Yoshiwara, all right? And so I do a callback to that, because when he goes to Yoshiwara, it's like almost like a full song. You know, it's do you wanna go for a ride? Yeah, do you wanna have a good time? We'll have fun. And that's like the whole theme for her. And when for him, and when, because this scene, hold on, let me just pause it. Eek. This scene, it takes place in Yoshiwara again. So you're back at Yoshiwara, like, and Yoshiwara is basically like the super cool club. Hold on, I'm gonna switch display again. Yoshiwara is like the super cool club. That's the club where like all the naughty shit happens. It's like where all like you indulge in the worst behavior, you know. It's like, and this character is like, she is sex and destruction. That's how I see her. So yeah, that's and that's why I made it like that. Because that's how I felt when I was watching her. Because I was watching someone who could just destroy these men like that. But also someone who is so beautiful. Like, so beautiful that it's like, wow. Like, I'm... You know, have you ever met somebody who is so beautiful that you were almost like smacked in the face? You know, like somebody hit you in the face and you were stunned and you couldn't say anything. And you were surprised at yourself, because you're like, I'm not usually like this. I am in control of all my mental faculties and I'm good. And it's like, but it's something that you cannot control. It's something that is just sort of this very instinctive reaction, this very natural reaction. And that's how I felt when I was like watching her. It was like, oh my god, she's amazing. Mike Taylor Charlie says, your typical Weatherspoons. What's Weatherspoons? I don't know what that is. Is it like, it's not a club? Is this a restaurant? Is Weatherspoons a restaurant? Anyway, so you've got, okay, I'll go over the whole thing. All right, I'll talk over it, and then I'm gonna do the thing where I lower it down a little, and then I'll talk about it. Okay. Okay, so this is Frieder. He's in bed because he had his whole like thingy where he collapsed. There's a doctor. Thin man, you see him in the back? Yeah. Crazy bitch. Okay, can I just say that's a bomb-ass hat? It's a chain of pubs. Weatherspoons is a chain of pubs. Wabi says, tacky pub chain, the McDonald's of the British pub. That's awful. Is it good, at least, or no? It's no. I'm guessing not. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, I'm gonna point out stuff as this plays along. Okay, this is the piano line from the Yoshiwara song. And then I'm singing Yoshiwara, Yoshiwara. we're gonna dissect this scene now. And then... making sounds. That's also from the Yoshiwara song in the first section that I played for you before. So, I think hitting with drums, yes. So I want to convey like desire, the sound of desire and sex.
I'm the obsession of your fever dream.
So fever dream. Yeah. So
go on and let me in, and I will make you shout, I'll make you scream. I am the 7 deadly sins, and I brought it down.
So I am 7 deadly sins and I brought down Babylon. Oh!
I will consume your mind, body, and soul till they're completely gone.
I love this move that she makes. God, I wanna...
I am the fearsome, beautiful, great destroyer of worlds.
I love that move that she makes. She's like, and then she's like, yes!
'Cause I can tear you apart till there is no heart. Devour you all, you lost all control. I am the fearsome, beautiful, great destroyer of worlds.
God, she looks amazing. Ugh.
I'm gonna take you.
So, yeah, it's like, I'm gonna take you, and then I'll break you. Yeah.
I'm gonna take you.
Scary moving statues.
And then I'll break you. I'm gonna take you. And then I'll break you. I'm gonna take you. And then I'll break you.
Okay. So, hold on. Now I'm gonna quit this. I'm just reading up on the chat. Okay, so Weatherspoons is like a chain of pubs, and it's run by, Headfirst Only says, it's run by an asshole who laid off all his workers when lockdown hit. Oh my god! Really? Wabi says, it's cheap, and the guy who owns it is a prize dick. Yeah. That sounds like a prize dick to me. You little shit. Fucking kill you. Yeah. My Tangle Charlie says, this is more Spearmint Rhino, not that I've been there. You know what? I'm not judging. You've been to a strip club, go ahead. Whatever you want to do. Shit. You take me one day. I want to go. Yeah. And I want to do this fucking like dance that she does. Oh, if I could do that, that'd be so fun. Fuck, just because I love the dance. Yeah, I really love that thing that she does. Ugh, she's amazing. Ugh, oh. Norshai says, Cowboy Bebop, every time Cocoa Puff's Doctor points with his robot hand, it makes me think of how Spike always said on one eye looks to the past and one eye to the future. His hand is the future. Yeah, no, it's true. It's like, yeah, exactly. So, and I think it's really interesting, that it's that this character of Rotfang has like one robotic hand, but like just looks wise, he doesn't look modern. Although I'd like to point out, when he was in his little tuxedo, he looked fucking amazing. So I'm like, shit, Rotfang, you clean up real good, okay? Headfirst Only says, Weatherspoon's guy told his staff that they should consider getting a job at Tesco if they were running out of money. Oh no, he did not say that. Oh, shut up. That's messed up. That's some bullshit right there. Okay. So this is the Ableton Live version. And the reason why I didn't just play this one was because it's like my computer is like, ah, you know? Mike Tango Charlie says, did he lose it in a lightsaber battle? No, he lost it while he was building the machine, the robot. So he lost it while he was trying to recreate it. Trying to recreate the dead woman he loved or was in love with, who probably didn't love him back. So let's see, what did I use? So I tried to use like a lot of the same, a lot of similar pads, and there's a pad I use in Massive, but I tweaked it a lot, and so I renamed it and I called it Thoughtful Pad, because I use this pad a lot actually. It's let me see if it'll play it for you, if my computer will not choke completely. It's this. I really like the sound because it's dark. It's really dark. Even when it hits, like, especially when it hits all the low notes, it gets so dark. And it's like, it feels slightly drony, but I like it. But it's not as hard as like a droning sound. Let's see. I like the way it evolves. Headfirst Only says, yeah, it evolves a little bit, doesn't it? Hold on, let me see what it is. Come on, where are you? It's Beneath the Ice in Massive, but I made some tweaks to it, I think. So if you like it, go for Beneath the Ice. It's better when it's like just sort of like the lower notes from like C3, C1 to like kind of C3 downwards. The low notes are great, and it's the higher notes are like meh, you know. Let's see. Let's see, what was this part? I think this was like the this is when he sees the robot and Maria thing. What did I do here? Shit, I don't know. It was so I did some like crazy ass like strings, because I wanted it to sound like Insanity. Like, this is what Insanity sounds like. It sounds like strings all like weird and scratchy and fucked up, and like it sounds like a weird ass piano. It sounds like this. Okay, I'll show you what I used. Actually, there's a whole thing I did. All right, so there's this part where it's like, it sounds like hold on, it's this sound, which is like, hold on. So do you remember, this is Maria's theme? But okay, so there is one note that I changed, when I play this in minor versus major. So when I switch it to like a dark, like the dark scary, the dark version, it's this. It's like, and this is what I originally made in the beginning, and I saved it because it was a little dark, and then I changed it in the garden scene. So it's a lot sweet. It's a lot sweeter in the garden scene. Okay, so what I did there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try taking her theme, and I'm gonna do like, I'm gonna try to like make it sound glitchy. Okay. So what I did was I did a mix down of this of the piano, and I just mixed it like I normally, like just a little like rendering of that, so that I'd get this. And this just by itself is this. This by itself is this. So it's just like the piano thing, right? But if you use I used a thing called Stutter Edit, and it's by Isotope, and it allows you to kind of do some like crazy ass glitchy things controlled by a MIDI, which is just MIDI. And so you have to do a MIDI, make a separate MIDI track. You have to, instead of like setting it, you have to set it to control the Stutter Edit, which is here, which is right here. Hold on. I just saw that. You can't fucking see what I'm doing because my fucking face. Let me move my fucking face. There. Okay, so you can't see, like, so like the Stutter Edit is right here. And if you arm it, you get to actually hear the glitchy shit. Because it's, oh, Marjorie says, I gotta go, guys. See you all later. I fell asleep to your streams. It's okay. Don't know where you fall asleep to my streams. Because I'm so boring. Okay. See you later, Belinda. Take care. All right. So this is what I did. I took the mix down, and then I applied the render to that. And I know that you might be wondering, why don't you just do it to the MIDI thing? It can't do it. It won't. You can only use Stutter Edit with like audio tracks. And so I decided to use Stutter Edit in this. And I've actually used Stutter Edit before this, and it was in the musical I played for you, that I was playing for you like a few weeks ago. So with Stutter Edit, this is what it sounds like. So if you look, there's a volume right here, and it rises in volume, while the piano right here, it goes down in volume, and then I just make it disappear. So I take them both, and I kind of like do it like that, so that the stutter thing becomes more dominant at the end, and the actual piano sound kind of completely disappears. You don't have Stutter Edit, headphones only? It's okay, whatever. I downloaded it because it was part of this like really inexpensive pack thing that Isotope had like a couple months ago or something like that. And I'm like poor, so I'm like, I have to choose my plugins wisely. And I was like, okay, this is cheap and I want this, so I got it. Yeah. And I think that it's one of those things that's used a lot in like if you're doing like dance music or stuff with like a controller, and it's really good for that. But I wanted it to work in conjunction with this, because I wanted you to get a feel that it was that it was still her song, that was still her theme. You needed to recognize that was still her theme, but I wanted it to kind of slowly get crazier and crazier until it was like, like this is some shit. So that's why I do it like that. So in the beginning, so it's really recognizable in the beginning. So, and then the regular piano starts to fade a bit. Oops, sorry. So that to me is the sound of insanity. It's like he's going crazy, and it's like this kind of image that he had of Maria as being lovely and angelic and kind of perfect. It's sort of like tainted and it's messed up, and it's sort of like you can tell when it's actual Maria versus evil Maria, and I'll make sure that this theme continues. That if it's Maria, it's gonna sound organic. If it's evil Maria, it's gonna be a little glitchy, and it's gonna have like a bit of an electronic element to it. So because evil Maria is like robot Maria, so that's why I did it like that. So that you could kind of, when she comes back, because, they're wearing like the same outfit. When she comes back, maybe like if you look away from the screen and you're watching this and you look away from the screen for a second, then you come back and you're wondering, is this real Maria or is this evil Maria? Well, the first thing you look for is like eyeliner, okay? Like evil Maria has like super awesome eyeliner. But the second thing will be the auditory cue, which is her theme. Is it electronic or is it completely organic? If it's completely organic, it's good Maria. If it's a little electronic or glitchy or something like that, it's evil Maria. So it's like trying to. It's not just about like making motifs and themes for each character. It's also using those motifs it's so that it cues you into understanding which character is on the screen. I mean, and especially if you have like, a character who is a doppelganger of another character, it's like, shit, I don't know who that is. Who is that? For like a second, you're like wondering, am I watching evil Maria or good Maria? And it's like, okay, all right, I know. Because if you're just listening, then you'll already know. It's a way to kind of keep the viewer connected with the film, because I know it's easy to just like disconnect with it because it's not a standard kind of film with dialogue and this and that, but it's a way of like kind of communicating to people without being like, it's Maria or it's a robot. It's like, no, here, I'll give you a little auditory kind of clue and a cue, and you'll get it. And hopefully people get it. So, yeah, that's why I did it like that. Yeah, I know, it's like, that's all I say. I don't really fucking know what I'm doing most of the time. And I'm kind of like winging it. This is certainly, I'm still fucking winging it. Like this shit, like most of this shit, this was like, this whole section right here, from here to here, was done today. Like that was today. And that was just like nuts. And it's like, fuck. like figuring some of this shit out is like super hard because again, this is like my first time scoring. So I don't really quite know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. But I'll share with you my mistakes, certainly. What else? Did I have anything else to tell you? No. Yeah, I went over some of the lyrics. It's okay. I couldn't make it like a long song or anything. It just had to be sort of like a little shorty thing because there's just not enough time for like a hardcore like song, especially at that BPM. By the way, she's dancing at a 140 BPM, and I counted it. And I was gonna try, if there's a way I can move it in a certain way so that it'll hit when she's dancing, that would be great. But it's like I don't think I can do that with the kicks, so I'm gonna try to like add a percussion in there so that it hits when she's dancing. I'll hit it when it'll be like here, I'll play this part for you, and then hold on. It's when she does that, like here. Let's see.
There's some beautiful greatness of worlds.
So that part, it's like tick 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 tick. I have to like figure out the I'll add something in there, like a little percussion thing to maybe get those like lovely hits that she does, because she does like a little side to side motion, like little things, and it's like and I need to put like some auditory, like some cues in there to mark that, like a little like boom something. I need to put in something to mark that those hits, those thrusts that she makes, because her movement is in here in this scene is so powerful, and she is just like fucking working it. And I'm sorry, she is hot as shit. I fucking like, dude, I am sold. And I get those guys who are like panting for her. They're like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you better be, because she's freaking amazing. Okay. Headfirst only says, trust your intuition because it's serving you brilliantly well with this. Thanks, I'm trying. Yeah, notice the eyeball lanterns in the background, mimicking the eyes montage that freaks Array out. Array of emotions out and I so much. Yeah, eyes. Creepy. It's beautiful though. Visually, this is gorgeous, right? It's so gorgeous. I want to be her for like Halloween. Shit, she's amazing. Big old Dave dude says, all right, break time at work. Time to vibe and smoke to some Ryako goodness. Thanks. Hi. How do you say that name? Figcy hard. I can't say that correctly. Can I get for my new track, which I will drop, please? I don't even know what that means. But hello, and thanks for tuning in. So Headfirst only says maybe a bass synth with a filter sweep. Maybe. Yeah, I still have to add on to this. It's not, if I show you like what it looks like, it's hardly anything. I mean, there's not a lot of layers to this section yet, so I still have to I still have to do this. Yeah, I still have to add more. Brr, brr. Oh, you said feedback. That's what it says. Oh, so you want Fig C Hard says feedback. So can I get like do you want feedback for a track that you're going to drop? Cuz I don't know why you're asking me. Shit. You should probably ask somebody who's not doing scoring. I don't know. I'm not like an expert. I'm yes, I don't know the mixing and mastering. Yeah, that's gonna take time. You know, knowing this shit, it just takes time. You just have to sit down and do it. Or you know what? You hire somebody. Yeah, you just need to hire somebody to do it. Oh shit. Oops. I messed that up. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I need only the vibe if the vibe is nice. Yeah. It's just, yeah, mixing and mastering takes a lot of time to learn. And shit, everybody's still working on it. Even like the best people in the world who do this, they're always working on it. It's never finished. It's never, like, everyone's always trying to, improve that. And so it's like sometimes you can and sometimes you can't, and you just have to basically sit down and keep working on it and make a bunch of mistakes. You just make a bunch of mistakes, and then later on you listen, and then you're like, oh shit, I made some mistakes. And it's like, yeah, but that's how you learn. You have to just do it. You have to suck it up. You have to do it, put it out there, and then you'll learn. And you just keep doing until you're dead. But at some point, if you learn enough and you pay enough attention to people, then yeah, you'll get it. But again, it's something, that's why there are engineers and better people. There are lots of better people at this. Okay, what did he say? Big old Dave Dude says, oh god, I've never been happy with a mix. Yeah, we could work on it till we're dead. It's okay. I get it. Fixie Heart says, I mixed it, but don't know if the vibe is nice. Well, yeah. I guess just, yeah. You can email me or something. You can't post links in the chat. I think I had disabled that or something. So, or join 5090, Wabi says. Yes. Actually, that's a great idea. Fixie Hard. You should, if you want some really good feedback on doing, with music, with things like that, you should do things like 5090 or FOM. And basically they're challenges where you have to create music, and usually people will leave feedback and you can leave feedback for other people, and it's perfect for that. I don't do 5090 because it's too much, but I definitely do FOM, and I learned a lot from what people have said. And really, you can ask all your friends and stuff, but they're going to friends are cool, and they're gonna be they might be just overly nice. And sometimes people, if you give it to somebody else, they'll be really freaking harsh with you and cruel. And you don't want that either, because you don't want it to destroy you. You just want it, you need to be uncomfortable enough to work harder, but not so uncomfortable that you've been destroyed by the words of someone who's just like, So it's a really good community. Head First Only says, come join us. It's a great community. It is. It's really good. And you should do it, because it's good if you're having a difficult time. If you're having a difficult time trying to capture certain vibes or whatever, or emotions, or trying to portray something, or lyric writing, or whatever it is, people like this community of people is so great for that. They will, if you're doing something right, they will let you know what you're doing right. And they won't just concentrate on things that are bad or wrong or whatever, a little off. They will actually they will build you up, because we all need that. And we all need that. And asking, one person is fine. Asking your friends for feedback is fine. But in the end, it's if you have a group of people who don't know you and are being kind with you, they're going to treat you kindly, then that's really the best. You won't feel like a complete fucking failure, because I've felt like that lots. So yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, big old Dave Dude, I've never heard of these things. I'm gonna have to look into it too. You should. Shit, this is the best. 5090 is pretty. You have to be a long distance runner musician for that, I feel. I'm too mental to do 5090. I'm too freaking mental. I'm only good for FOM, and even then this last year I was just too busy, because I was doing a musical, and so I'm like, I can't. I'm too tired. I'm too tired. I'm performing. It's too tired. Big old Dave Dude says, yeah, haha, no one streaming on Twitch is gonna tell you your track sucks. I think no one is going to. Yeah. Wabi says, yeah, but I don't do it like you're supposed to do. Oh, yeah. Well, 5090. It's okay. Look, as long as you make new songs, it doesn't matter. As long as you make new songs that you feel are genuine and true to you, it doesn't matter. 7, that's, Wabi says, I have 7 up now, though. That's 7 more than you had, which is fantastic. 7 songs, that's like halfway in, that's half of an album. If not like, 2/3, depending on what kind of album you're making. I don't know. And big old Dave Dude, yeah, no one streaming in Twitch is gonna tell you your track sucks. It's like, if you're just asking strangers, it's not going to really, it's okay, but I would definitely say become part of a community. And when you want real feedback, they'll give it to you. And you can also say, like, go ahead and be really critical. And you can be straight up like that with FOM and with 5090. You could be really critical, just say, look, I want hardcore criticism. And then people will give it to you. But most of the time, they have the courtesy to not do that. And they understand what it's like to be told that they suck. They understand what it's like to have to work really hard on the track. Or to, and they get it, and they're not going to destroy you, because it's so easy to like destroy somebody, but for them to build confidence in themselves, that's a big task. Wabi says, yeah, and post a post in the forum. Yeah, post in the forum, and and it's like getting like, Head First Only says, also joining 5090 is a much better way of getting a critique than crashing somebody else's stream, which isn't really done. Yeah, it's a lot. It's certainly like more polite. Not that I'm like I'm like the queen of politeness. I'm not. But I will give you the courtesy of not doing that. And if I had something that I wanted feedback, I want feedback for, then I wouldn't just ask anybody who I don't really know. I would want to ask somebody who I know has a certain set of skills and who will listen for the things that I need work on, That's what I would do. And joining like a community, 5090 or FOM, or even like a Facebook group, at least it's the you need a community. I feel like everyone needs a community, because it's just, you can help each other, and that's a much better way to like, not just not just for the music thing, but just life, the world, yeah. Anyway, deep thoughts. Big old Dave Dude says, I think I'm a weirdo because I only ask people to crit my music that I know will tear me apart. But I'm the type of person that doesn't pick up on subtle hints, so I need hard truths and clear direction. Yeah, it's okay. Look, everybody, they have their own preferences. And if you like getting really like hardcore critiqued, then go for it, But if you don't like that, if you just need, to understand what your strengths are, because sometimes people, they'll listen to stuff, but they have no idea what they're listening to. They don't know what kind of music this is. They don't know what to listen for. And so the feedback that you get will be very vague and generic. And so when you have a community who also focuses on making music, and they'll listen to it and they will hear different things, and they will be able to tell you what those things are, what your strengths are. And like Head First Only made me really, really, really aware of that I actually had good orchestral arrangement skills. Because before that, I was like, I didn't think it was I was like, yeah, isn't this just what people do? And I didn't really have a lot of confidence in that. But he really, like, he and other farmers, and they made me aware of my arrangement skills, and I didn't even know that was like a skill. I didn't even know that was like something that I could make, that I could even improve. And it was like, thanks for like opening my eyes to that. I would have never heard that from anybody else. And that's what a community like that can do. They can help you see these wonderful aspects about your own music, and you in turn can help them see what you hear or what you feel about it, what you think about their music. And it's that exchange that, it's lovely. And I feel like it's not, there aren't enough people who do that. Yeah. Wabi says, yeah, you are beautifully polite to that, Ryako. I feel like being polite is, I don't know. I think being polite's important because it's sort of like a measure of how we treat people in general and how we view them. You can't just look at people like, like random strangers on the internet like they're just, nobody. Maybe this person has really, has feelings and is sensitive. And it's like, I get it, it's like, I don't know this person. And isn't it better to be polite first and then, like, yeah, if you get to know this person, that person's an asshole, and you're like, fuck you. But, it's like you don't know them, so you just start out like strangers, and so you just try to be polite because it's just courtesy. It's just what I feel enough people don't do, but we should encourage that in others. Oh my gosh, am I turning into a Dr. Phil? Sorry. Okay. Bobby says that's lovely. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, do you have any questions? Dr. Ryako, big old Dave Dude says, yeah. If you have any questions about music, about what I did here, just send them along to me. Ask me. I don't know. I'm just trying to like think of anything if I forgot to share anything else with you. I will work on this and I will make it even better, and so it will blow your minds and you're gonna be like, holy shit, this is amazing. Now I'm trying to do this justice. This is a beautiful film, and it's my job, it's my goal, one of my directives, one of my missions to do this right, to give it the emotional, like, that kind of emotional pull that it deserves. Yeah. Big old Dave says, look, but like, holy shit, this is amazing though, thanks. When it's finished, it'll be really good. Hopefully. Hopefully I haven't been wasting all my quarantine time doing this. I will try to finish this by the end of the year. I've got probably another 40 minutes left on this, maybe? I don't know. Maybe 40 minutes? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check how many minutes I have left on this. But it's a lot of work, and I'm happy to do it. It's just that it takes a lot of time. So, sorry if I'm a little slow. Because it's like, even though it's just like you're listening to like a certain amount of time, it's like it's actually, it takes a long time. Anyway, that'll be it. It's about 11:36 here. So I think that's pretty much the end of this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you if you have any questions, just ask, and if you, I don't know, if you blah 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 blah, I don't know what else to say. Shit, I'm too fucking tired, man. I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping. All right. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Wear a mask. Don't get people sick. Don't be a dick. It's politeness. It's courtesy. We should all try to, remember that. And also, stay home when you can. Yeah, be good be awesome to each other. And I'll see you next week. Good night. And remember, I love you. I love you. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my god, I still love doing that. I'm so lame. I know. I'm lame.